So finally, we're ready to analyze. So just like when we were looking at the cars and we went to environments, for the cars and aerodynamics, we use Falcon Flow. But now we're going to use this thing that's called stress analysis. So go ahead, click on stress analysis. Sometimes it takes a while. Believe it or not, you have to click create simulation. This is a window that pops up that you don't have to worry about. So no need to change anything. We're just going to click OK. And it'll think some more. All of these buttons should come in color. If they don't, something happened. Go back to your sketch. See if you can come back to this first step so you can create a simulation. Notice this menu. Everything's in order from top to bottom, meaning you got to do the material first. You got to figure out what that's going to be, figure out constraints, and then loads. For the rest of us, we're not going to worry about contacts and mesh. We're not doing anything too advanced right now. If we're doing a really high-tech analysis, we would worry about these two as well. But so far, for us and the tower buildings, we're just going to worry about these three. So for material, you have to right-click and assign materials. And it'll take a while, but it's coming. You're going to get this menu. It's telling you that it's generic. It doesn't have anything picked out. So we need to click on materials. You're going to notice this very, very long menu. Balsa wood is not in here. So scroll down. We're going to take the next best looking thing just to get through the analysis, and I'm going to double click on birch. Notice how this turned brown. That's good. So once that turns brown, you want to exit out of this little menu that says editor, because we're not changing anything. And here, we're not changing anything here. We got the right one that we want. Here, now it says instead of generic, now it's this birch wood. Here we click OK. So that's step one. Step two. Constraints. Right click. Now this should look somewhat similar to when we were using that other program and we had a fixed corner. We had a horizontal rolling node. We're going to use this fixed one, and we need to tell where is it going to be fixed. So we're going to think about what it looks like in real life. We want this tower to be the top here and the bottom here. We don't want the bottom to move. We don't want it to slide around this time. So the location, I got to flip this over to the bottom of my tower, zoom in a bit, make sure I click that face. So once it says faces, I click OK. It doesn't show up as anything, but it will show up as something here. There's a fixed constraint. Go back. Now we're ready to add a load. Right click. We're going to start with the force load. Keep in mind, we want this thing to hold 100 pounds. So let's type 100. And we want to tell it where to go. So we want to go to the top. You can zoom in. You want to click that face. Notice it shows up as faces here. We want to click OK. And you know the load is applied because it's shown up as this yellow arrow here. Now this literally means 100 pounds is at this one point. Think about whether or not that's really realistic for us. But for now, let's just go through this, realize this detail that's very important right now, and we're going to click Simulate. It says we are ready to run, so go ahead and click Run. It's going to do all these things to compute how much it's going to move, how strong is it really going to be, and this shape that shows up is what it looks like after it bends. Now we're going to see a lot of engineering stuff, stresses, displacement, and then this last thing called safety factor. We are worried about safety factor, so double click on safety factor and you're going to see more colors. If you zoom in, the faded lines are where the tower used to be. These curved lines are showing where the tower is now after squishing it with 100 pounds. Now all these colors I'll explain to you in class, but notice how this red is from 0 to 0.45. Now we're looking at some kind of orangish colors. Maybe some of this is red, but it's hard to tell. If you see anything that's red, it means it's this number and smaller, and it means it failed. So when you get to your analysis, get to this point and I'll tell you what to do from there. But that'll be in the next video.